Our modern world thrives on a complex web of transactions. Every cup of coffee purchased, every stock traded, every digital advertisement flashing before our eyes. They all point to a fundamental human concept: value. From the bustling streets of New York City to the neon-lit markets of Tokyo, the pursuit and exchange of value is the lifeblood of our global society. But how did we arrive at this intricate dance of goods, services, and currencies? How did early humans, grappling with basic survival, develop systems of exchange that would eventually shape civilizations? This is the story of value, a journey through time, from barter to digital currencies. We trace our ancestors' steps from essential goods exchange to sophisticated monetary systems. Imagine shells buying food, silver coins promising security. From prehistoric caves to modern skyscrapers, we explore value's evolution. Imagine a time when money didn't exist. Survival hinged on basic necessities. Communities thrived on shared resources and mutual dependence. Our ancestors relied on barter for millennia. Goods were traded directly, value determined by needs. A flint knife might be exchanged for a fur pelt. These transactions were the bedrock of social cohesion. Bartering fostered cooperation and interdependence. The success of one benefited the group. Barter ensured fair distribution of resources. Goods value was fluid, dictated by scarcity and needs. A successful hunt increased meat's trading power. Harsh winters elevated the value of warm clothing. This system reflected a sophisticated understanding of resource management. Barter represented a profound leap in human development. It paved the way for specialization and economic complexity. As communities grew, barter's limitations surfaced. This led to the foundation of monetary systems.
This shared language of necessity wove communities together in a tapestry of interdependence. Bartering reinforced community bonds, fostering cooperation and ensuring survival. Shelter was a cornerstone of survival and value. Whether a cave, a hut, or a nomadic tent, a secure dwelling was precious. Tools and weapons were highly prized, representing sustenance and protection. A well-made spear or fishing net could mean abundance or scarcity. Essential items held inherent worth. Food, especially meat and gathered fruits, was paramount. Beyond immediate needs, status, and symbolism. While practicality dictated much of early bartering, human nature soon added another layer to the concept of value. Objects began to transcend their purely utilitarian purposes, taking on symbolic meanings and becoming markers of status. Rare and beautiful objects began to hold a special allure.
Shells, particularly those with unique colors or intricate patterns, emerged as early forms of adornment. Feathers from birds of prey became symbols of prowess and skill.
As rudimentary forms of art emerged, so too did the value placed upon objects with aesthetic beauty or cultural significance. Early forms of pottery transcended their practical uses, becoming expressions of creativity and cultural identity.
This fascination with the rare, the beautiful, and the symbolic foreshadowed the future evolution of value. It hinted at the human desire to imbue objects with meaning beyond their immediate use.
The rise of proto-currencies. As human societies grew, direct barter became limited. Finding someone to trade with was challenging. The need for a standardized exchange system emerged.
Enter proto-currencies, commodities accepted as trade mediums. They marked a shift from direct barter to abstract exchange.
Proto-currencies acted as a store of value. This enabled long-distance trade and future investments.
Proto-currencies allowed planning beyond immediate needs. They laid the groundwork for sophisticated economic systems.
Salt, the mineral of life and trade. Salt was essential for preserving food, particularly meat and fish, preventing spoilage and extending nutrient availability. Mined from the earth or extracted from seawater, salt became one of the earliest forms of proto-currency.
From the Roman Empire to the Han Dynasty, salt was a highly sought-after commodity. Roman soldiers received part of their pay in salt, known as salarium argentum, or salt money.
Commodities like salt were practical proto-currencies, but beauty and rarity led to more symbolic forms of money. Shells, especially cowrie shells, became widely recognized as currency.
Their durability and uniformity made them ideal for trade. Cowrie shells were used across Africa, Asia, and Europe.
They also held cultural and spiritual significance, associated with fertility, prosperity, and good fortune.
Stones like jade and obsidian also served as proto-currencies. Jade was valued in ancient China for its beauty and purity. Obsidian was used for tools and as currency in Mesoamerica.
As trade routes expanded, proto-currencies' limitations became clear. Salt was valuable but bulky and eroded easily. Shells lacked uniformity in size and value. The world needed a currency revolution. Enter metals, gold, silver, and copper.
Precious metals' allure was immediate and enduring. Their beauty, durability, and scarcity made them valuable. Metals withstood time, their value enduring. Gold symbolized power and prosperity. Silver was used for everyday transactions.
Initially, metals were exchanged by weight. Merchants used scales to measure gold or silver. Weighing gold dust was meticulous and cumbersome. This system was prone to inaccuracies. The invention of coinage was transformative.
Metal-based currencies marked a profound shift. They facilitated trade and fueled empires. Coins became the soundtrack of a new economic order.
The invention of coinage is credited to the Lydians, who inhabited present-day Turkey in the 7th century BCE. They introduced standardized metal pieces with official stamps, the world's first coins.
Early coins, often made of electrum, featured designs of animals or mythological creatures. These markings guaranteed the metal's weight and purity, symbolizing the issuing state.
Coinage made transactions efficient, eliminating the need to weigh and assess metals. Trade flourished, facilitating exchanges across boundaries and cultures.
The Lydian invention spread rapidly, shaping the destinies of empires. Section 3. Empires of coinage, from Greece to Rome. The Greeks, renowned for their artistry and commercial prowess, embraced coinage with particular enthusiasm, minting coins of exquisite beauty and craftsmanship. Greek city-states, from Athens to Corinth, established mints that produced silver coins adorned with intricate designs, often depicting gods, goddesses, or symbols of their respective patron deities. The Athenian silver tetradrachm, featuring the profile of Athena on one side and her owl on the other, became a widely recognized and trusted currency throughout the Mediterranean world. The Roman Empire, inheriting the legacy of Greek coinage, further expanded and standardized the monetary system, establishing a hierarchy of gold, silver, and bronze coins that facilitated trade across their vast dominion. Roman coins, often bearing the image of the emperor, became powerful symbols of imperial authority, circulating throughout Europe, North Africa, and the Middle East. Coinage, with its ability to standardize value, inspire trust, and transcend geographical boundaries, became the engine of ancient economies, shaping the course of history. Section 1. The weight of prosperity. As the wheels of commerce spun faster, the limitations of a purely metal-based currency system became increasingly apparent. Imagine caravans laden with heavy sacks of gold and silver coins, traversing treacherous mountain passes or vast deserts, vulnerable to bandits and the elements alike. The very weight of prosperity, it seemed, posed a significant obstacle to further economic expansion. Furthermore, the supply of precious metals, while vast, was not infinite. Discoveries of new gold and silver deposits often led to temporary economic booms, followed by periods of scarcity and instability. The world, it seemed, was ready for a lighter, more flexible form of currency, one that could keep pace with the ever-expanding horizons of trade and commerce. The seeds of this monetary revolution were sown in the bustling cities of the Song dynasty in China, where paper money emerged. Section 2. Promise on paper, the rise of banknotes. The earliest forms of paper money in China, dating back to the 7th century, were essentially promissory notes issued by merchants and traders. These notes, often handwritten and bearing the seal of the issuer, represented a promise to pay the bearer a specified amount of copper or silver coins upon demand. As trust in these merchant-issued notes grew, so too did their acceptance as a medium of exchange. The Song dynasty government established the world's first government-issued paper currency in the 11th century. The use of paper money spread gradually from China along the Silk Road, reducing the risks associated with transporting large quantities of precious metals. The adoption of paper money in Europe lagged behind China by several centuries, hindered in part by skepticism and a deep-rooted belief in the intrinsic value of gold and silver. The latter half of the 20th century witnessed an unprecedented technological revolution, driven by the rapid development and proliferation of computers. This exponential growth in computing power had a profound impact on virtually every aspect of human endeavor, and the world of finance was no exception. Prior to the digital revolution, financial transactions were often cumbersome and time-consuming affairs. The introduction of computers into the financial sector promised to streamline these processes, reducing errors, saving time, and unlocking new levels of efficiency. One of the earliest and most significant impacts of computing power was the automation of stock exchanges. Trading floors gradually gave way to electronic trading systems where buy and sell orders were matched and executed with lightning speed and precision. The rise of computing power also paved the way for the development of sophisticated financial models and algorithms. As computers revolutionized the back-end operations of the financial world, another transformative technology emerged: the credit card. These seemingly innocuous pieces of plastic, initially met with skepticism, would go on to become ubiquitous symbols of modern consumerism. The earliest iterations of credit cards, dating back to the mid-20th century, were primarily charge cards issued by department stores and oil companies. However, it was the introduction of general-purpose credit cards, such as Diners Club and American Express, in the 1950s that truly revolutionized consumer spending. Credit cards offered consumers a level of convenience and purchasing power never before imagined. Despite potential drawbacks, credit cards quickly gained widespread acceptance, fueled by aggressive marketing campaigns and the undeniable convenience they offered. The introduction of magnetic stripes and later embedded chips enhanced security and reduced fraud, further solidifying the credit card's position as a dominant force in consumer spending. Section 3. The Internet Age. Online banking and the globalization of finance. The rise of the Internet transformed communication, information access, and finance. What began as a niche network evolved into a global phenomenon. The Internet's impact on finance was seismic. Online banking became the norm, revolutionizing the banking experience. This accessibility reduced reliance on traditional branches. Electronic payment systems like PayPal emerged. These platforms enabled quick, secure online transactions. They paved the way for a global marketplace. The Internet fueled the globalization of finance. New financial centers and interconnected markets emerged. Investors could diversify portfolios globally. The 2008 crisis showed the need for international cooperation. Financial shocks could reverberate globally, requiring regulation. Section 1. The genesis of decentralized value. As the 21st century unfolded, the digital revolution in finance took an unexpected turn with the emergence of cryptocurrencies. In 2008, Satoshi Nakamoto released a white paper that would send shockwaves through finance: Bitcoin. This document outlined a revolutionary concept: a digital currency operating independently of any central bank.
Bitcoin introduced the world to a decentralized ledger system known as the blockchain. Imagine a digital record of every transaction, replicated across a vast network of computers. This decentralized structure, secured by cryptography, promised to eliminate the need for intermediaries in financial transactions.
The allure of cryptocurrencies lay in their promise of decentralization, transparency, and security. Transactions on the blockchain are recorded permanently and publicly, making fraud difficult. The decentralized nature of the system means no single entity has control, making it resistant to government interference.
The early years of Bitcoin were marked by excitement and skepticism. Some saw potential for financial freedom, while others dismissed it as a speculative bubble or tool for illicit activities. Nevertheless, blockchain technology continued to evolve, attracting attention from entrepreneurs, investors, and governments.
Section 2, a blockchain future. The emergence of cryptocurrencies has sparked intense debate about the future of money. Will cryptocurrencies replace fiat currencies or coexist within a hybrid financial system? Proponents envision faster, cheaper, and more accessible transactions. Skeptics cite volatility, illicit use, and regulatory challenges. The future of money is uncertain, but the digital revolution in finance is ongoing. Cryptocurrencies and blockchain technology challenge traditional financial systems. The evolution of value will continue to shape our world. Section 1. The enduring essence of value. From ancient barter to digital currencies, value evolves but remains tied to human interaction. It reflects our ingenuity, collaboration, and belief in exchange systems. We've seen value shift from tangible to abstract forms, from shells and gold coins to digital ledgers and cryptographic keys. Each step, driven by necessity and innovation, reshapes our world. As technology advances, value continues to evolve. Cryptocurrencies and blockchain challenge our views on money. The future of value remains unwritten. Human connection and collaboration will drive future innovation. True value lies in the bonds we forge and shared prosperity.